Hey guys, I'm Sdanwolf. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back all you Planet Zoo nerd. I mean, how nerdy are we? Like somebody asks you, what kind of games do you play? I make fake zoos in roller coasters. We are the bottom of the nerd bucket, but I would not have it any other way. Who cares? This is what we do. We have fun. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, but anyways, we are here, and we are back in Suyana Zoo. And you know what? I added the giraffes, and before we actually get to the giraffes, a lot of you guys were talking about, I think some of you guys felt disrespected for how tiny I made the tiger exhibit, so totally got rid of the tigers. A lot of you guys were offended that we didn't put waterfalls in with them, and that was just a quick little one-off episode. So yeah, episode 11 was kind of a short little jabby episode. I think we will definitely try to get back in and get the tigers a more respectable area, kind of like we did at the beginning, like the foreground of the giraffe area. So basically, I was able to save another one of my blueprints from the experimental build. Remember back when Planet Zoo first came out and we really got in and started getting heavy with it. And that is kind of what I've come up with right here. Was another, I think, good transition shop area. Some of them are usable, some of them are just facades. But the whole concept of this is really more like Indian outdoor. Think of more of like a flea market setting. Like an open street yard sale. That is what the whole kind of idea is for this shopping area. Like I said, just really wide open. I love how I've got the flags going over the pathway, and you've got like the really cool looking majestic lion statue there, kind of like at the end of the pavilion here. But yeah, really fun area. The only thing I'm not liking about this is I'm thinking one of these sides, like maybe over here, we need to try to get it ADA compliant, because I always forget, like when I'm in here and, aesthetically you're looking at designing stairs and that gap looks really cool. But if we're doing this with respect to disabled people, we need a smooth transitional ramp over there, probably on the right-hand side, so if somebody's pushing a wheelchair, or you even have elderly people, ECVs, we've got to have a way for them to get up here to the top area of this shopping center, and what's going to be back here, and particularly, the giraffe exhibit's going to be up here. The giraffe exhibit, nothing too sexy, really. I do have them a waterfall back there. I've got them like an indoor, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not an indoor house, but like I forget what they really call them. Kind of like a staging area for them that they let them go into at night. I know we haven't really made that like a big area of contention as far as like realism goes with this park, but that building from Pine Creek, it looks like it just fit right there, really good. So I just thought that's really there's no like really in-depth explanation behind a staging building like that, like a care house, just other than I thought it fit the area well as far as where they could be out here kind of grazing, wandering around, and then also have a place to go inside at night and a little bit of shelter. So these guys are really fun to watch kind of mess around. And of course, I don't have this finished yet. So by episode 13, you guys know me, and that's what somebody said on a comment. It actually might have been a Planet Coaster comment, but one person had said like, "Oh my God, this didn't look anything like this an episode before this." And then one of you guys said, "You always have to give Sdanwolf more time. Like, do not look at something and think that is finished until like he says it's finished." And that dude, or might have been a girl, is exactly right. So a lot of times what I show you is stuff to really maybe get a video out, or maybe update you guys that may have might have not have checked in with the park lately. And so I really I go back and I revisit areas. There are even things here at the front of the zoo that we haven't recorded or looked at in a very long time that I'll just come in and move trees and bushes around or change things around that I think could look better on this side of an exhibit. So I'm always doing little tweaks like that. And another thing too, I remember we never put episode 11 on the workshop. So don't forget, after this is over, look, we've got our orangutan out there playing around at the edge. When this is over, go over to my workshop. This is one of those parks where you guys, we're kind of letting you follow along. In real time as we build this. So after you get done watching this, if you catch something in the video and you're like, hey, I want to see more of that, you can. This is fully available, or by the time you watch this, it will be fully available on the workshop for you to really get in here and kind of take your time a little more. You can go a little slower than what I can show you, like in a 10 or 15 minute video. I put a lot of the baby gharials in the trade center because it won't let me. You can't actually send them to the wild, but a lot of these I actually can, and that's kind of what I've been doing if I can help it. I have been releasing, because if you guys don't know, like back on maybe episode 8, I had introduced the gharials, and I didn't put any I only did like 3 or 4 of them, and they've created an army over here. So I've slowly been trying to go through and quarantine and release these. I've gotten rid of a bunch of them. You guys remember before how many there were. They lined up this whole beach. So that is a little problem that I'm slowly working on. Each episode with a little gharial, kind of like the little gharial grotto over here. And also brought in a couple more of Michelle's buildings. I think that villa up there, as far as it being staged, is like a management overview type building over here. I just think that looks really, really cool. Really has that South American type flair. Kind of with the large glass panel walls and the kind of like the really monotone, just really white. I just like how it sets kind of elevated up off that hill and kind of overlooks the adventure area. Over here we've got the rock climbing walls and the playground. Back here, I'm not going to do a whole overview because you guys can, like I said, go watch this. Go actually look for yourself on there. But this is our little flamingo pond, our little flamingo area over here. Has been pretty popular with the guests, but it's kind of slowed down here a little recently. Started some more shops over this way. But all in all, guys, I am, like I said, we are plugging away at this. I'm kind of working in some new ideas. Like we just said on the DLC speculation video, I'm in one of those moods now, though, where I don't want to build too much more until we see what the summer DLC is going to be, what kind of animals, what kind of theming pieces, scenery. So that is kind of what I'm holding off on just for now. I really want to wait and see kind of what is in store for us. And they just had a little baby since we've been recording this. That's cute. That is so stinking adorable. If the Frontier guys got anything right, they definitely have their animations on point. That is just so stinking cool. I know sometimes, we look at the, on my side of stuff, we look at the buildings and the architecture and the theming, and sometimes the animals become an afterthought, but that's kind of like a sore mistake on our part, because they've done an absolute gorgeous job with the animations and just the textures and the fur. It is all quite incredible. Here's our little pygmy hippo family over here. I like them. They're kind of little derpy. So anyways, guys, just wanted to kind of jump in and give you a little bit of a Suyana update. And like I said, now I think we're kind of almost in a little bit of a wait and see mode till we kind of get our bearings here and find out what is going to ultimately happen with some summer DLC. So this is our little Indian elephant family over here as well. So you guys will have to let me know, how are you? What are you thinking about Suyana Zoo? Did you like how it's ended up turning out? Are you wanting to see more of it? Are you wanting us to wrap it up and start something new? Remember, we had talked about starting a desert zoo at one point. So I don't know. You guys have to let me know. Whatever you guys like, we usually end up trying. So definitely tell me what you're thinking in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button for me and comment and engage, because that helps push it out to your friends. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you. See ya.